Hey everybody, welcome to Fab Fit Friday. I'm really excited. It's a new year, first Fab Fit Friday of 2023, and I thought it would be fun to share some of my construction that I'm going to be including in my new pants pattern that I'm finishing up. So, what I'm going to be doing today is showing you the really clean construction of the front pocket pieces. Hi Judy, welcome. Happy New Year. Um, I I really I don't want to say I struggled, but I went through a few different renditions of what I thought I would like as a front pocket construction. I decided I didn't want to have the look of serged bottom edge pocket bags. And I just wanted to make it like a really clean finish. So that's what I'm going to share with you today. Hi, Diane. Welcome. Happy New Year. So the first thing I want to talk about is picking your fabric for your pocket bag, because that's going to be important if you want to try constructing your front pockets the way I'm going to show you. I'm using a very lightweight cotton pocketing material that I got from Guide Fabric in New York City. Now, Guide Fabric is a wholesale store. So basically, I'm not sure if I'm going to stock it or not yet. But let me just show you. Oh, before I start showing you that, let me show you. Here, let me see if I can just quickly show you here some progress. Let me just loosen this and lift it up so you can see. Look at how nice and neat the back corner of my sewing table is. Those thread stands are actually going to go on a pegboard that I'm going to set up. And I have other areas in my studio that are also very neat. But I will tell you, this whole process of cleaning my studio is taking forever. You can see I have a lot of mess behind me still. I still have stuff on the floor in piles. What I'm going to do over the weekend is I'm going to purge my room of everything that I haven't touched in a couple years or more. I have books and things in my bookshelves and in my closet, fabric that I don't even know where I got it or why I bought it. So I'm going to clear all that stuff out, and I'm going to organize all my current projects in those spaces so I don't have them piled on top of my printer or on piles on the floor or piles all over the place. So that is one of my new 2023 challenges. I'm not calling them resolutions because we all know what happens with resolutions. I'm going to call my things challenges. So I'm going to be wearing Me Made wardrobe. So today, if you're wondering, I'm wearing my Me Made raglan sleeve with my kangaroo pocket and with my Easy Fit and Sew yoga pants. That's what I'm wearing today. So far my three challenges are reorganize and clean my room, which is in progress, hopefully finished for Monday, wearing Me Made wardrobe. And then you may have seen I have a fun new calendar. I posted it on my Instagram, and I think I'll post it on the community tab so you can see it there as well. So you'll be able to see a whole month of what's going to be happening for the most part. So those are my three things that I have stirring around for challenges. Let me just stop and say hi to Ray. Happy New Year. I'm happy you're here too. Diane says, oh, the studio's coming along great. Thanks, Diane. Hi, Lean. Happy evening and best wishes and a happy, healthy New Year to you too. Ray says, yes, about cleaning. I'm working on the same, seeing what I really want and thinking about all of it. I know that's part of the problem is you save everything as a sewer, I think. I think a lot of sewers save every little scrap of fabric and every little extra thing from past projects. Plus, you have your fabric stash, and I have a huge pile of pattern paper pieces that are just a mess. So I'm going to be doing all of that. Oh, Diane, happy New Year, and I'm so sorry you have COVID. I am sending you hugs and love to help you feel better. Ray says she hopes you feel better too, Diane. And Andrea, happy New Year. This is exciting. I think I can get away with saying Happy New Year between now and the end of the month. I love it when I'm hiking and I'll be like, I'll see somebody walking in the opposite direction. I'll be like, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. So it just makes things a little bit more festive, I think. All right, so let's get to it. I'm going to show you some things about this construction of the pocket, and let me just see here. Oh, Ray says may need something in the future, LOL. Just want it stored in a logical order, but how? Oh, and then okay, so Ray, my I don't want to say philosophy, but my plan is going to be, if I think I'm going to use it again, I'm going to box it up neatly, label it, and put it in my attic storage. Now, I luckily have a hidey hole in my closet, over there. I have a cedar closet that I can clean out and fill with fabric things, and then I also have a little crawl space attic right behind my studio, so I can put my overflow stuff in there. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And Susie says, cleaning, organizing, trashing, whatever I won't even use. I know, Susie, good luck. This is the first New Year that I actually started with this mission of cleaning in quite a while. So you can imagine I've accumulated a lot of stuff in my studio that I need to deal with. So gonna deal with it, but I did need to take a little bit of a break to get together with you guys and do some other things too. Oh yeah, cedar closet for fabric. Oh, well, this would have it, this room I'm in is the master bedroom of my house. My husband and I sleep in the finished basement where it's always nice and cool, even in the summer. So I have some perks, like I have 2 closets in this room. I have a full-length mirror on the back of one of them, and then I also have that cedar closet that's inside the second closet, and then there's a door to the crawl space. So I really have no excuse to be neat. I just need to utilize all the space I have much better than I am. All right, so I'm going to switch my view here to show you this. Now, the first thing I want to talk about here, I'm going to show you the one that I've already constructed first. And you can see here, this is how, okay, so this is the front of the pocket, meaning this is the front pocket opening. What I want you to notice here is I've constructed the entire pocket before sewing it to the front pocket opening. So that's going to be a little bit different than some traditional front pocket construction, meaning everything's going to be all done and ready to go. So when you go to attach it to the front pocket opening, which is here, it will be, you know, basically all constructed. Let me just say, I feel like that's not super sharp. Okay, so let me show you the pants pieces. Now, this particular pair of pants that I'm working on now, this is not my personal pattern. This is the size 14. I just cut it out of my graded pattern nest to just try it and see how it comes out. So this is not fitted to me. I fitted my personal pattern to me during the testing phase, so I have my own personal pattern. This is the size 14, but you can see when this is finished, it's going to look like this basically, right? So see, the fabric facing is right here, and we're going to finish this edge right here. And then if we flip it over, okay, you're going to see what's going to happen here is the only the front pocket, let me just make sure I'm telling you the right thing. All right, so the front pocket facing that's attached to the front pocket opening is going to extend onto the cut-on fly. The second piece stops right here. And notice what I did to finish that neat was I simply just pressed it under and top stitched it in place. So you can see there's no messy construction on the private side of your pocket bags. And I think, you know, if you had a pretty cotton voile, if you were making special pants, I would recommend Liberty of London prints for this. You could make a really pretty inside view using something very sheer and lightweight, because in addition to turning this edge under, we're also going to sew the bottom edge of the pocket bag together so the seam allowances are on the inside. So if I open this up, you can see. Let me turn it inside out so you can see. So basically what happened here was I decided to put all the construction inside where you can't see it. So the bottom edge is also sewn. So I'm super excited about this. I think it's going to be a really nice pocket finish. And one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go get one thing, which I know right where it is since I cleaned all my bins. Hold on. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to add a little bit of stability to the front pocket opening. So let me just put my pressing surface here. And what I'm going to do is, let me open these up. So that's the right side of the fabric. This is just a cotton twill. You know, it's not a fancy fabric, but I want to make sure I'm turning them right sides face down like this. So the first thing I'm going to do here is, so this is my front pocket opening right here. I am going to get my iron and I am going to get myself a piece of this, and I'm going to use black for this just so you can really see what I'm doing. Basically, I'm just going to cut a piece of this soft and sheer stay tape, and I'm going to press it onto the wrong side of my front pocket opening. And what that's going to do is it's going to help support the shape of the front pocket opening. This is a slash pocket. So let me just get them both lined up here. So I'm just going to put my stay tape right like this. And again, what this is going to do is it's going to create a nice, stable environment for my front pocket. So I'm just going to press this on. Notice I'm not rubbing when I put my stay tape on, I'm just patting it. All right. Okay, so now you can see we have a nice supported edge when I go to sew this on. So why don't I start by showing that step next, and then I'll go back and show you how to construct the actual pocket. So let's see which one of these is going to work for this. It's almost like we're going to work backwards here. Okay, so let's see, I just want to make sure when I sew this, like this, okay, so this is the way it's going to look. Oops. On the inside of my leg. It's going to be finished like this, okay, and so if I flip it over like this, oh wait a minute, this is the wrong side. All right, hold on. All right, so this is the wrong side. That's why I put the stay tape there. This is the wrong side. So that means I need this leg. Sorry about that. All right, so this is the wrong side. We put the stay tape. And then this is going to be how the pocket's going to fit on like this. So if you lay the completely constructed pocket that I constructed onto the inside like this, okay, and then you go like this, that's how you know that's how it goes on. So now I'm going to turn it right side out, and basically what I want to do is I want to take this edge, let me lay it like this now, so this is the right side, right? So I'm going to take this edge of my pocket needs to go. Of course, I didn't figure this out before I came on, so let me just see. I know that's got to be the right one. So we want to put this has to go like this. Then when it's flipped around, let me just see. When it's flipped around, it's going to be like that. All right. So we're going to put it like this. All right, so this is the easy way to tell. This is obviously the right side of the pocket. So this is the inside right here. See, right side, wrong side. So I'm just going to take this wrong side and I'm just going to line it up with my front pocket opening like this. Okay, so it's laying, so the finished edge is on the outside. I know this is a little bit weird. All right, hopefully I'm doing this right. I didn't test this section before I came on, but I'm assuming this is going to work because I have this one raw edge here and it has to get sewn to the front pocket opening. Okay, so let's try this. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to sew this on using a 3/8 inch seam allowance. I'm going to move my needle over just a little bit so it's 3/8 of an inch, probably like that. And then, whoops. I just need to plug in my foot control, I'm sorry. All right, so now, all right, so I'm going to sew this. Again, I'm just using a 3/8 inch seam allowance here. Okay, then what do you do next? The next step is we're going to open it up like this, and I'm going to just understitch onto the facing side or the pocket bag side, and I want to stitch about 1/8 of an inch away. And as I stitch, I am going to really pull my fabric away from each other like this. Now you can see I'm understitching through the seam allowances, and remember I put that stay tape there, so it's going to make a really nice firm edge. So see how that looks. Oh, hi Mary. Oh, you're doing your end of year paperwork for taxes? Well, I will tell you, Mary, that is a happy subject for me, because guess what? I've done all of my my business taxes already. I'm so excited. I'm feeling super organized this year. All right, let's get the pressing mat back. I'm showing my new pocket bag for my new pants pattern with the construction. That's what we're doing today. Next week, I'm going to show you guys the cut on fly with the zipper shield. All right, so then I need to get my thread I'm going to use, not that thread. Oh no, this thread. I'm going to just top stitch with this when I do that step. But before we do that step, I am going to press this pocket into place. So hopefully I sewed this together right. I think I did. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do before I do anything is I'm just going to press it flat first. Okay, so it's pressed flat there. Then, oops, you guys see what I'm doing here? Make it, oops, let me make it a little bit brighter. There we go. And then I'm going to turn it like this. And when I press the front pocket opening itself, I want the twill fabric to roll to the inside ever so slightly. That will just ensure that we don't see the pocket bag fabric on the right side. So I'm just going to press that flat like that. Oops. Sorry. So see how I've rolled the fabric in or to the inside just slightly, like that. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay the leg flat, and I'm going to put the pocket bag in place here. And you're going to see what happens is we have I'm just going to press everything nice and flat here. Now my pocket bag is not reaching the exact end of the fly shield, but it will get caught in there. And I think I'm going to extend it to match. This is a little bit narrower, but I think I'm going to fill that in. Oops. I think I'm going to fill that in so it goes all the way. It's about 1/4 inch short. But I think I'm going to just I think I'm going to make it extend all the way. Oh, Mary says, I like the trim on the top pocket. I mean, I like the trim on the front pocket of your top. You like the trim on... Oh, this is my kangaroo pocket. Is that what you're talking about? That's this is a blue rib knit. It's the same fabric as the sleeve. That's what I used to finish that. All right, so let's turn this way, and let's just check it. So you can see what's going to happen here is we're going to have this nice flat finish. Let me make it a little bigger so you can see. So see how that's going to look, like that. So this is the front pocket opening. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to top stitch this, and I'm going to change my thread for that. Okay, so let me swing this back over here. Okay, so I'm going to just put this... Oh, Mary said she remembers when I did this pocket. I love this top. This is one of my favorite raglans. And I don't know if you saw on Instagram, I'm trying to challenge myself just to wear clothes that I've made this year. I mean, I have very few things that I've purchased, but I'm going to make an attempt to just really try to focus on wearing what I make. Okay. All right, so let me just stick this in here like this. So this is just a regular sewing thread. It's that Mara thread. I got it from Wawak. I treated myself to a whole bunch of new colors. Okay, so I am just going to top stitch this using about, I want to say maybe a generous 1/4 of a seam allowance. So again, I'm going to move my needle over a little bit more so it's a little narrower. And then I'm going to start top stitching, and I'm going to make my stitch length like maybe 3.5. So I'm going to do that. And notice I'm starting way below the pocket, you know, way down here, because so I can come in straight like this. This is just going to give me a nice Okay, you can see, so that gives me a nice straight top stitching for my front pocket opening. Lean says, have you finished your blouse with the lantern sleeve you made with the fabric with the sparkles? Ugh. All right, you know how everybody invariably will post like successes and failures? I'm not saying that shirt is a failure. I'm just saying that I had to stop working on it to get other stuff done, and now it's sitting in my UFO pile. I will get back to it. I have to get this pants pattern finished first. And, you know, that's just like me, to start 14 different things and not finish them all. But I promise you, I will get back to that, because I really want to develop that lantern sleeve into, you know, I want to incorporate that into my wardrobe. So I will be working on that again. I have to put it down for a hot second so I can finish these other things. Okay, so here is what the pocket looks like on the inside. Okay, and oops, let me make it big so you can see. Okay, and the whole idea here is right here, there is the overlap between the pocket pieces and the side seam. So what I want to do is make sure all of that is laying nice and flat, and I'm going to put 2 Wonder Clips there. I'm going to hold it because we're going to base that shut. Okay, so that's got to lay flat. Okay, and then up along the top as well, all of this needs to lay nice and flat. So I'm going to just stick a couple more Wonder Clips in there. Judy says, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Oh, and Ray says, I love having a bunch of things started. Yeah, I do have a bunch of things that I started this year that I never finished, but I will get to them. You know, sometimes I just get inspired by something and I see it and I'm like, oh, I want to work on that. And then life happens and I don't have as much time as I thought to work on it, and that's basically what happens. All right, so you can see here now, I've clipped together the pocket pieces at the top and on the sides here. So you can see this is going to make a really nice pocket. And I have to tell you, I've been wearing my pants that I made, that I also fit, you know, this pattern onto my shape. And I literally wash and wear these. I almost enjoy wearing these pants more than my yoga pants. They are so comfortable. And I will tell you, the other thing is, I was never really a pocket fan, but once I made a pocket bag, and I just want you to notice how big this pocket bag is. It's all the way down here. So this is a really substantial pocket. I love having this on my pants. So I'm becoming a pocket convert, you know what I mean, because of these big pockets. So that's what the top of the pant is going to look like once the front pocket is finished. Let me just see here. Judy says, that's your New Year's goal, not a resolution, LOL. Yes, we're goal and challenge orientated here at J Stern Designs, not resolution orientated, because I've decided the minute I call something a resolution, I never go finish it. All right, so then Ray says, yes, the mood can catch and my mood changes and then I can adjust. Yep, that's exactly how I do it. It's also known as flying by the seat of your pants, I think, a little bit, but oh, Judy says, you are the pants queen. Your last video helped me so much. Oh, I'm so happy about that. And as I mentioned, if you watched this week's Fit Tip Tuesday, I talked about changing the angle of the center back seam to accommodate a flat butt. Because what I've learned working with a bunch of different students recently is you can get mysterious wrinkles on your back leg that are being caused by something very subtle up at the top. And one of those things is if you have a very angled center back seam and you have a flat butt, it pushes the grain line off to the side, and then when you zip up your pants and put them on, the fabric is struggling to hang straight from your waist down because the top is a little bit cocked over too far to the side. So that I'm going to have those guidelines on my new pattern. So super excited about that. All right, so see what we have here. We have this finished pocket. So now I'm going to go backwards. And of course, I would just base these. So I'm going to go back and base those later just to hold all those layers together. Next week, I'm going to show you how to use this very wide, this is like a 2-inch, 2.5-inch, well, almost 2.5, like 2.25-inch wide cut-on fly to do your front fly. And just as a little preview for you, I'm going to be talking about the difference between these two zippers. One of the things I found in my cleaning is I had purchased a bunch of YKK high-end zippers. So this is the YKK high-end pant zipper, and I wish I had zip-up vision, because this one zips like butter. It's their high-end. I got it at Wawak. It's Excella by YKK. And then this is their traditional jean zipper. And I think you can hear it. Listen, listen to this as it zips up, the traditional zipper. Hear that? Here is how, listen to this. This is how the luxury zippers zips up. See how much quieter it is? Can you hear that? Oh, Judy, thank you. I love the emoji. What? Pants Boss. Woo! Thank you so much, Judy. So anyway, we're going to be exploring these two zippers, and I'll talk more about them next week. But what I realized during my testing was my cut-on fly was too narrow. I had to use a 3.0 nylon zipper on my own pants because this wasn't wide enough to support this wide zipper. So that's one of the reasons why we're going to have a wide cut-on fly. So that's a preview for next week. Okay, now we are going to work on, put this away, we're going to work on this. So these are the pocket pieces that you need to make your pocket. There's only 3 pieces. So you can see here, this is the fashion fabric facing. It gets sewn onto the pocket bag piece. I've pressed the outer edge of the pocket bag under 3/8 of an inch. So that's how I prepped this piece. Oh, Kathy says, I love this pants pocket. Oh, I love it too. And it's really embarrassing because, like I said, I never liked pockets. I used to put pocket openings in with very small bags because I would never use the pockets. But I might be changing my mind on that. I'm loving this. So that's the pocket bag with the fashion fabric. Now the only place I sewed it on was I used a 3-thread wide to finish the raw edge right in here, and then I used the triple zigzag to stitch it down. So you can see the triple zigzag there, I think, and that keeps it nice and flat. So there's that piece, and then there is this piece here. Now part of my danger, or the danger of this pocketing fabric, I mean, look at how thin it is. It's like cotton voile, very, very lightweight, so it's not going to show through in your pants. Whatjamajigger, what was I going to say? So it's very thin, but also it doesn't have a right or wrong side, so I have to make sure that I put them together correctly. So you can see this is how it's going to go together when it's finished, right? Because we're going to want, from the wrong side, we're going to want the pocket bag to be, this allowance to be face down on the inside, and from the inside right side it's going to look like this. Oh, Judy says, I hope to see you, Jen, in Puyallup Sewing Expo. I'm hoping to make the Wednesday class. Yay, well, I will be there, and I will also be having a booth, so I will be around a lot in Puyallup. I'm actually going to be hanging out with Joe of French European dress form fame. He made space for me in one of his booth areas, so my booth will be in with him. And I'm also roommating with Carol from Ditto Form, so it's going to be a really fun trip. And actually, we're getting an Airbnb, and I'm going to be roommating with Carol from Ditto Form, one of her employees, and Katrina Walker, who I love and I almost never get to see because she lives in Spokane, Washington. So we're going to have a really fun time in Puyallup. I'm really looking forward to seeing anybody who's going to be there. And I hope you get into class. It'll be fun. Okay, so this is how we want it to be finished, right? So our next step is we want to finish this bottom edge next. Whoops, this bottom edge. So all I have to do is take this piece and flip them so the right sides are face out like this. So I'm literally just going to line up the pieces. And of course, if you were working with fabric that had a print or something that had a right and wrong side, it'd be easier to see this. But basically, if you put them together so that the wrong sides are facing each other and then flip them out so the right sides are facing each other, that's an easy way to do it. So basically now I'm just going to pin this together. And you can see it's going to match right up until that folded edge right there. Oh, Judy says, oh, nice. Okay, I will look for you. Yay. I love that when I get to hang out with people that I've met either on Zoom or in a class throughout the year. That's always a fun thing. All right, so let's look at this. So you can see from the inside, here's my, you should see the pressed back seam allowance along the outside edge of the pocket bag here. And I've got my edges matched up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sew it, and I'm going to use a narrow seam. So basically we're just going to go with like a 1/4 inch seam allowance here. So I'll just start over here. Oh. Oops. Diane Fetters, I have my Wonder Clips backwards, so I'm going to do it from this side. And what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to start, I'm not going to start at the pocket bag. I am starting from this outside edge of the cut-on fly, or where it's going to hit the cut-on fly, because I want that seam there, because we have to press that too. So I'm going to put my stitch length back to 3. And I'm just going to do about a 1/4 inch. And I'm just going to stitch right along here. And I'm going to keep going all the way around the base of the pocket bag. Make sure my edges stay neat. Okay, so I go all the way to the end and back tack. All right, then what we're going to do, oops, move this out of the way. Okay, so see how it looks. Let me zoom in so you can see. So you can see that I basically just stitched right along the edge, bottom edge of the pocket, and see how I caught the seam allowance, and then but I also kept stitching all the way to the end there. Let me make it bigger so you can see it maybe better this way now. Okay, and because this is such a narrow seam, I really don't think Diane is trying to train me right on my Wonder Clips. She's my Wonder Clip hero. Oh, Diane, wait a minute. something else, and I think oh yes, they're neatly away in the bin where they should be. Look at these bad boys. I decided, I don't even know if I need these, but when I was ordering my threads and stuff from Wawak, look, I got the mother ones. Look at how big that bad boy is. I'm going to figure out what I can use these for. So I bought the jumbo Wonder Clips. I'm going to find uses for that. We'll really have to keep these right side up. Look how big they are. So I thought of you when I ordered these, actually. All right. Okay, so now the next step is we're going to turn this whole thing around, and we're going to press it. And this time when we press, I'm going to use my trusty ham because I don't want to press the curve of the pocket. I don't want to smash it, but I also want to oh, all right, so Judy says she uses the big ones for embroidery. How do you use them for embroidery? That's interesting. And then Diane said, "Be still my heart." I know, I was excited when I saw those. All right, so see what I'm going to do here? I am going to find the curve on my ham that matches the curve of my base of my pocket bag here. And I should be able to get it pretty nice. And this is going to really prevent the need to have to clip those curves because it's going to lay nice and flat once I press it on a curve. So again, I'm just looking for the curve that matches the shape of my pocket bag. And just another behind the scenes thing, I played with a few different shaped pocket bags. The one that I showed early on when I was working on this pattern ended up being too tight of a curve, and it was just hard to deal with for anyone that just wanted to serge it. So I widened out the curve and I made it easy to sew. And I think it will also be an easy shape to create a nice finish. So now that I pressed it on my ham, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to press it flat, and you're going to see that no need for clipping. It's just going to look nice. We're going to be happy snappy, and this is going to be a really nice pocket bag. And you can see, because I'm using a really fine fabric, it's not bulky. Now the one little issue I have, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just triple zigzag or just straight stitch this little bit shut right here, or adhere this little exposed seam allowance to the actual facing. So see right here, let me zoom in so you can see. See, this right here is the seam allowance that, and I sewed there. So I think if I just sew that down, that'll stay fine like that, because this is on a bias grain here, and I don't think it'll fray that much. So I think I'm going to do that. I mean, I think I'm just going to stitch that down with a straight stitch to hold it. But basically, you can see how nice this edge of this pocket bag looks. All nice and neat, and all nice and constructed before you even get it on the pants. See how nice that is? So I'm super excited about this pocket bag. Look how nice and flat and lovely that is. It's going to be as invisible underneath your pants as possible. So I'm super excited. Okay, so just a review for how to sew it on. I think I'm just going to show you how to sew it on one more time, because then I won't have to worry about losing this from the leg, because they'll be sewn together. So as a selfish last step today, I'm going to take my other leg, I want to make sure, here is this leg. So this leg has to go, oh, this way, which I know that because remember I put this on the back side of it. So anyway, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my leg, lay it like this, and then we know, let me see if I can show this in a less convoluted way here than I did the first time since I tested it now. Oh, so Judy uses the big clips to hold the fabric in the hoop. I'm going to try that. My hoops are kind of high because they're that PRS 100. They're kind of high. I'll have to see. Also, Judy says I'm a genius, and that looks amazing. Thank you so much, Judy. Okay, so we know that this is how it's going to be once we turn it, right? Because there's the fashion fabric. So we have to put this side, the inside of the pocket facing against the right side of the front pocket opening like that. So do you see what I did there? It's the inside, goes right here. I'm going to match that up. I'm going to attach my little wonder clips on correctly. So I don't know if you guys aren't missing this inside joke that Diane and I are having. The colored side of the wonder clip needs to be face up because it's curved, and then the flat side skims on your machine better. So Diane actually taught me that. So I always try to use my wonder clips properly, especially when Diane's watching me. All right, so see, there they are with the red face up. Ray says, I'm currently working on pants. They're in the same situation as your lantern sleeve blouse, and I'm definitely doing this. This is brilliant. Oh, wonderful. You know what? Feel free. I mean, this is going to be the pocket bag of my new pants pattern, but if you want to adapt your pattern pieces of whatever pants pattern you're working on so you can do it this way, I love that. You know what I mean? So feel free to use these shapes, you know, to adjust any pocket bag you have. All right, so again, we're going to do 3/8 of an inch here. So I'm going to get this lined up, and we're just going to stitch this using 3/8 of an inch. The nice thing about a slash pocket is there's no tricky sewing, there's no curve, it's just a straight line, so it goes really quickly. Alright, next step is to understitch. Oh my goodness, Ray, thank you so much. Inspired by Judy. You guys are so funny. Thank you. Okay, so now I'm opening it up and I'm understitching. Okay. All right, so understitching about 1/8 of an inch away. And remember, as you understitch, pull the fabric away from each other because you'll get that tension that will help the pocket bag stay on the inside. Okay. All right. Now I'm just going to press this into place and top stitch, and then we're going to be all done today. You guys are so funny. Okay. Let me just make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so let's press this flat. Oh, so first I'm going to press it flat. So here is the understitching like this. I'm going to lay it so it's nice and flat. I'm just going to give it a nice press. Okay. Then I am going to fold it into place. Like this. So let's just lay it out so we can see what's happening here. And we want to actually, oh, let's do it this way, sorry. I want to make sure when I press the actual edge now that I'm, you know, peeking out my little twill, just that little bit. And And really, you just want that twill to show, or the fashion fabric to show like a generous 1/16 of an inch, a tiny little bit. I'm going to give it some nice steam. Oh, Lazarus caught me. No, I did not. I skipped a step. I was all excited about how nice and flat it was. I forgot to sew it. So let's look at that right now. All right, so this is ready for top stitching. Let me just top stitch this first and then we'll finish the pocket. All right, Lazarus gets a gold star for noticing that I didn't finish the inside of the pocket bag. Okay. Okay, so again, I'm just going to top stitch this using a 3.5 stitch length. Oh my God, Diane Fetters, stop it, you guys. Thank you, Diane. I've never had such a rainbow in my chat before. That is so nice of you guys. Okay, so now we're going to stitch this. And again, this one is like a 1/4 inch. All right, now let's go back and look at the thing that I did not do. So let's look at the inside of the pocket. We can see that the pocket on the inside looks lovely here, but this is what I forgot to do. So after it's all set, and actually you can do this step before you sew it to the front pocket opening, we want to top stitch this down right here. So see, this edge, I did not do that yet. So for this, I have to use, I'm just going to move my pants out of the way. I'm going to smooth it down nice and smooth. And then I have to use traditional pins for this because I can't use Wonder Clips. So the other pin I bought these magic pins because I wanted to see what made them magical. They do have these nice, easy to grab heads here. So I'll use my new magic pins to pin this together. Oh, they slide in like fabulous. Okay, so see, I'm just pinning this down like that. And I'm noticing this is off a little bit right here, but it's not going to matter because it'll catch in the 1/2 inch seam allowance. As long as it lays flat, I'm happy. I will go back and 100% make sure all the pattern pieces match up though. I think they do. I must have done something slightly. Let me just see something here. I want to make sure I can't pull this up. See, I think really the important thing is to sew this all together before you sew it to the pants. So I did screw that up. But Lazarus gets a gold star for noticing. All right, I'm going to go with it like this. Okay. So again, we're just going to pin it. And I think I just need 2 pins. And I'm going to sew it. Oh, Diane says, oh, Judy and Ray are the cheering committee. And then Diane says, Jen is so helpful and kind to her followers. Well, you guys are so helpful and kind to me. It goes both ways, ladies and gentlemen. I can't do this without you guys. I'd be sitting here talking to myself if you didn't come and join me. So I really appreciate each and every one of you. Oh, thank you, Ray. Thank you, Judy. You guys are so great. Okay, so this, I'm just going to stitch really close to the folded edge here. So basically the whole point of this is just to sew down that inside edge of the pocket. Like this. And so this is how we get this really nice clean finish here. You know, and I also think while I'm down here, I think I'm going to back up. And then I'm going to rope pivot. Oops. And I'm going to, just going to stitch right along the edge of this allowance to hold it in place like this. Like that. And see, now, even though this is a raw edge, I really think it's a very small raw edge, and I think because it's sewn at the fold and it's also sewn at the raw edge, I think that that will be fine like that. I don't think that'll become a mess later. All right, so now this pocket is officially finished. There's my seam. All right, so I'm just gonna lay this into place. And I can give it one last press, and then I'm going to be done with this for today. So between now and next week, I am going to be finishing cleaning my room. I'm going to be, you know, finishing up some things with my pattern, and I'm going to be, getting these pants ready. Well, they're ready now. I mean, I'm going to prep them so we can sew the front fly next. Okay, so here we have our lovely pocket bag with the clean finish. And again, I'm just going to baste it, you know, so I'm going to baste all of these layers together so they stay nice and flat. And across the top as well. And then I will see you next week with the cut-on fly with a zipper shield. And I'm going to have to really figure out what's happening here because this one is not matching up at all. So I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do about that because that's not matching. Interestingly, the paper pieces match, so I might have done something funky, which I'm not sure what it is, but I will discover why this is happening, and I'll let you know about that next week, because I want this edge to be right up with this edge, with the pant. So I'm going to figure out what's going on there, and then I will report back. But basically, these are all ready for front fly. All right. So I think this was a fun one, a fun first FabFit Friday of the year. New pocket bag on a new pant pattern. Sally says, beautiful pocket. Happy New Year, everyone. It's good to be back to Jan sewing. Yes. Yes, it is. I'm so happy to see you, Sally. Okay, so that is the fun. Oh, January sewing. Yeah, I knew you meant January sewing. I love that. All right, so actually before next week, I will be doing a special live next Thursday. So let me just tell you about it. I don't know if you saw this on my Instagram. I'm just going to show you guys here. This is my new fancy calendar. I want to see if I can make it big. Oh, I liked it. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see if I can show you my calendar in a way where you can see my calendar. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Okay, so here is my calendar. Let me see. Can I turn it this way? No. Well, let me see if I can show you this. Hold on. Okay, so see right here, burp. Okay, this is hard to see because it's tiny, but if you go look at my Instagram, and I also put it in our group, J Stern Designs Fit Sew Embroider, but you can see right there, see Saramy's little avatar for Sew Live. If you guys haven't checked her out yet, definitely go check her out. We're going to be doing a joint live next Thursday. So that's going to be really, really fun. Um, Another thing I want to show you here is if anybody is interested in doing pants fitting with me, there are a couple spaces left. We're doing a um, pants fitting hybrid pants fitting class where you can take the whole class via Zoom, or you can join me in Rhode Island, and that's going to be with Master of the Art of Sewing. And there is a link to this class in the description below the video if you would like to join me for this pants class. It's going to have a follow-up the following Friday via Zoom. But basically, that's what I'll be doing. And then next weekend, I'm also teaching a really fun class. It's going to be my yoga pants class, but it's got a twist to it. I'm going to be showing you how to do tights. So I will be showing you how to make tights in this class. And I have to say that, I don't know, I think just for the tights I'd want to take this class. When I figured out how to make these, I got so excited. And let me just show you a picture. So this is what the tights look like. Whoops. Look how cute these tights are. So they have a spandex shorts top portion with legs made of mesh. So see how cool that is? So if anybody wants to learn how to make tights, leggings, or yoga pants, I'm doing that with Stitches events next weekend. And I'll put a link to that class below this as well. After I get off, I forgot to do that. But anyway, so let me just see what people are saying here. John says, are we still going? I had to go do my work in my job. I'm in the process of designing some pants for me without a center back seam, avoiding the irritation of my tailbone. Oh, John, I want to hear more about your pants with no center back seam. Very interested in that. Judy says she used to live near Rhode Island, but now she's in Washington. Oh, I'm so sorry. Mary says tights, great for under jeans in the winter. Yes. Or if you pick a really, I don't want to say splashy, but those tights that I made have magenta flocking on the netting, so it's a really bold statement. So like if you wore it with a black dress, you'd have really flashy legs. Like, I'm really excited about these, and I know they're good because my daughter Anna wants a pair. So I'm going to be making her tights during that class as a sample. Lynn says, brilliant, Jen. Oh, thank you guys so much. All right, so I'll put a link to that class at Stitches at Home. I'm not sure how many spaces there are, but it's going to be Friday and Saturday. But the Friday does not correspond or mess up my FabFit Friday because it starts at, let me see, it starts at 3. So I have time to do FabFit Friday next week and teach. So it's going to be a very exciting day for me because I'm going to be spending the whole day doing something I love. So I'm super excited. Oh, telling Judy it's okay she's not in Rhode Island because she'll get to see me in Puyallup. That's true, Judy, see? So, and there are like 2 spaces. Barbara Hendricks is running this class from her Master of the Art of Sewing platform, and so she's going to have a large screen in the class so that a couple people, I think that we're letting 3 people take the class via Zoom on the hands-on day. So you can take it via all Zoom if you wanted to. So like I said, there's a link to that class in this description below if anybody's interested. I am also teaching it for Fabric Mart, but it's sold out already in February. So I'm sure I'll be teaching many more pants fitting in this year because I have so many exciting things I want to do with pants. Oh, John is still here. He says, oh, P.S. If you're still live, I have finished my leather vest. I only have to close the back hem by hand and then I can wear it. John, that is so cool. Send me pictures and I can share them with everybody. Yes, and I do have man jeans in the works too. So I have a lot of things I want to get to this year. All right, so All right, so Judy and Ray are bonding on where they live. I want you to know I encouraged my two very good Diane friends to become friends because they realized they lived close together and they actually got together for coffee at a coffee shop. So I'm all about bringing people together. So yay. And I just want to thank everybody for following along with me today. I had so much fun. Um, so I think before I start rambling, I'm going to sign off. Oh, John, Ray wants to see your vest too. Please send me pictures and I can share them. I can put them on, I can put his photos on the community tab on my channel so everybody can see them. So I'll also put the calendar on my community tab so you can see it. Yay. I love this. All right, you guys, I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. I know my dad does not listen to my videos, so I can tell you all we're having a surprise birthday party for him on Sunday. He's going to be 80 years old. So he thinks he's just going to dinner or lunch with his two grandsons because they're picking him up, but really they're going to bring him over to where we'll all be waiting at a restaurant to celebrate his 80th birthday. So super excited about that. All right, so I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I love all the friend vibes going around. Yay. All right, I'm going to sign off because I'm going to start to ramble. That's what I always do at the end of these things. Fit Tip Tuesday this week is going to be a pants-related topic. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I will see you next Friday for the front fly, cut-on fly with a zipper shield. That's what we're doing next week, and it'll be on my new pants. All right, so have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a happy weekend, and I will see you again soon. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Judy, John, everybody. Thank you, guys. Have a lovely, lovely. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, why Angel says cool for your dad. I know he's going to be so excited. I told him I couldn't go to lunch on Sunday because I was busy teaching, but that was just to throw him off the course. So it's going to be a big surprise. Super excited. All right. Bye-bye, everyone.